What's your name?
Santana. El Santana.
What gang are you in?
From the Ambrose, Almighty Ambrose.
How long have you been in this gang?
Around 3 years.
What do your parents think about you being in this gang?
They don't have any idea.
What would you do if somebody from another gang shot or killed somebody you knew or a fellow gang member?
Then he'll die.
How?
That's up to us to know and you to find out.
What activities do you do besides gangbang? I mean, while you're in the gang?
Work and go to school.
Why do you join a gang? For protection or just to be one of the guys?
I joined it for a reason that happened a long time ago. I had to deal with one of my friends that got shot by some stupid assholes.
What do you do about when you're walking down the street in another turf with your sweater? How do you feel?
Nothing.
Aren't you afraid?
I try not to show any emotion
Why do you fight other gangs?
because it don't cost nothing.
Would you advise somebody else to join a gang?
Yeah, if they got good partners and everything like I do. The Ambrose are all the way down. We stick together like brothers.
Family.
We're all family, in fact. That's right. We are.
What if it was like your brother or your sister?
If they join the Ambrose, yeah. Because we're all family.
What do you think about little kids being in gangs?
Well, from experience, I can't say too much. I just, in a way, feel sorry for them, and again, I don't.
Can you tell me an experience that you had while you were in this gang?
Well, not really, because I try not to go back from the past. I always go for the future.
Why? Is it just because you feel funny or does it just bother you?
Past? The past bothers me. Why do you think I'm here for the future?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
God, am I nervous. Okay, what's your name?
Vito.
And yours?
Greek Almighty CK Nation of 18th Street.
And yours?
Bobby from the Almighty Ambrose.
What gang are you in?
Ambrose.
How long have you been in this gang?
3 years now.
And you?
About 3 years.
And you?
Round 5.
5 years?
Yeah.
Wow. You must like it.
Do you?
Yeah. I like, it's alright. I like killing them counts.
Cut it. What's your name?
Name is Vito.
What gang are you in?
From the Ambrose of 18th Street.
How long have you been in this gang?
3 years.
What do your parents think about you being in the gang?
They can't do nothing about it
Why not?
because I'm old enough to get in jail already.
What would you do if someone from another gang shot or killed a member of your gang?
Paybacks.
Paybacks, like you said,
How would you pay back?
same way they paid us,
Which is what?
by killing one of them.
By whatever means they put one of us down. If they stabbed one of us, we go stab 2 of them. They shot one of us.
Shoot
Whoever
two.
we find on the street, we'll shoot 2 of them.
Does that make you happy?
Doesn't make me happy. It's just what has to be done.
What activities do you do besides being in a gang?
Right now, nothing.
And you?
Hang around at bars. Stay home most of the time.
Why did you join a gang? Was it for protection or just to be one of the guys?
It's, in a way, it's like being the guys because you're all family.
By family, what does that mean?
Family, everybody's close to one another. Everybody helps out one another.
Do you feel safe walking down the streets
Yeah,
when you're alone?
sure.
Why do gangs fight?
It's a lot of personal reasons that's gone down through the years. People have killed people in families, friends. You know, it's just that people take sides between each other. Right now, we're fighting for neighborhood. We're fighting for our name, you know. People are trying to move in on us. It's not that we go looking for it. People are always coming to us. We got all kinds of fools trying to come down on us. Kings, some clowns over here on 18th and Loomis, some little punks, what do they call them little fools? Bishops? Oh yeah, them little Rudy Poo dudes that hang around the block right there. We be fighting all them fools, for our own lives and our own protection. Not only just for the name, We be fighting for our lives.
And your name is?
Mr. Greek, Almighty CK Nation.
Would you advise somebody else to join a gang?
Not unless they wanted to. We wouldn't force them.
We don't force anybody to join with us. If you want to be one of us, that's cool, You show us you're all the way down with us, and you're one of us. You don't want to join, we're not going to force you to join us.
What do you think about kids being in gangs, like your little brother or your little sister?
Well, I don't know. In a different gang, like the one I'm in, I wouldn't mind either. I wouldn't mind him being in the club. As long as he's not in the other club fighting against me.
Most of the kids that grow up in this neighborhood are going to join a club anyway, So, like when they get older, like my parents didn't want me to join. They said, no way you're going to join a gang. There's no way I'm going to stop my brother. But if he's going to be in a club, he might as well be with us because I ain't going to let him be with anybody else. Because I'll put him down to the ground before anybody else does.
What if he didn't want to join your gang?
Well, then that's cool. Let him go his own way. Let him do his own thing. But if he's going to join a gang, it's going to be with us. It's not going to be with anybody else.
Would you shoot your own brother if it came down to that point?
If it came down to it, I sure would.
Can you tell me an experience that you had while you were in a gang?
Well, a partner of mine and me was shot a couple months ago. I got shot in the lower back by some fools over here. Got a lucky shot at me. I spent a couple months in the hospital. Went into my bladder. I had to have an operation,
Did you get payback?
Sure did. I shot some little fool named Alfonso. He's a bishop.
How about you? What's your name?
Bobby from Almighty Ambrose.
How long have you been in this gang?
For 5 years.
Do you like being in it?
Yeah. It's not that I like it, it's just that I have to fight for my life. See, I gotta get them before they get me.
Do you think if you weren't in a gang, you wouldn't have to go through that?
No, I never thought
There's no
about
way
it.
to get out of it.
Yeah.
There is no way out of it.
Not
When you say that, what do you mean?
You have no choice. There's nowhere you can go. There's nothing you can do. We're trapped in this neighborhood. There's no other way for us, to survive but to fight them dudes. Get them out of our way, or they're gonna get us out of their way. The only way we can do it is fight each other. We have no other alternative. We try to go to school. They won't accept us in Benito Juarez. I tried to sign up in school, and they said, we ain't gonna accept no Ambrose because we got a reputation of killing all kinds of people and everything.
Did you go to Benito Juarez and say I'm an Ambrose?
Nah, they know who I am. Everybody knows who I am. I don't have to say I'm an Ambrose. They know what I'm about.
How old are you?
17.
17? And you?
15.
15? Wow. And you?
17.
17? Do you think you're going to live till you're 30?
I don't know, but I'll sure try to.
By try, what do you mean?
I'll just watch my back, make sure nothing happens to
Watch
me.
out for each other.
That's right.
That's what we mean by family. We watch out for each other.
Are you always constantly together?
Always.
Okay, cut. No. Couldn't take it anymore. Is it on? It is? Turn it off. What do the name Ambrose mean?
It's a 16th century name. It means warriors. That's why we're always fighting everybody. It means warriors.
Okay.
If you had a chance to start this all over again, would you join a gang or would you just go about going to school and
Well, like I said, I tried. All of us did. All of us tried to get to go to school and everything. It's just that, people can't accept us for what we are in this neighborhood. They think that we're a bunch of, crazy people out shooting at everybody we see on the street.
you said that these are all in a gang now and there's no way to get out of it.
There is no way. But the thing is, people don't realize we're the ones that are being attacked. We're the ones that are being forced into this. We didn't start this war. Saw these fools getting together. We're like the Ambrose, we're one club standing alone on 18th Street, and we're fighting 6 clubs. We're fighting the Kings, Bishops, Latin Clowns, Fool Gang, and some little kids. What are them little boys' names? Racine boys?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're a bunch of little kids. We just slap them around. We catch them on the street.
Don't you ever think about, when you start together and you start partying or whatever, don't you ever think about instead of fighting each other, all Latin, like we're all Latin, right? Instead of fighting each other, get together and fight for something that we really need. Like, one of the reasons why people are, are all poor and everything is the housing. Nobody really nobody cares about, the way these people live. But if you all got together, and fought for something, not against anybody else, but against the government, put down your.
There's no possible way that'll work. There's no way you could get us to go with them. There's no possible way, and there's no possible way you can get them fools to come by us. There's no possible way. There's been too much killing going on through the years, too much hurt, but not only in the dudes that are out on the street and their families. Like them dudes almost shot my father a couple months ago. They skinned him in the head, Look at the bullet holes in my crib. Up there on the door, up here on the walls. There's too much personal hurt. There's all kinds of family problems. Because of them dudes. They don't know where to keep, they can't keep their shit on the street. They'll go tricking to the man. That's why we got a lot of boys locked up. Every time something happens to them, they trick. They always talking. Something happens to us, we take care of our own. And them dudes, they like messing with the families. They blew up my mother's car the other day. Them dudes don't know when to quit, So there's.
How do you think this is all gonna end up? Is it gonna end up that these are gonna shoot all the people you want, and they're gonna shoot all the people you want? Who's gonna be left to start a new gang?
The way we see it, the almighty Ambrose are going to wind up on top. Right. And that's the only way it's going to wind up. Either that or we wind up in jail. And the way we see it, we wind up number one. That's
right.
Forget it.
Well, that's kind of.
Oh, okay.
Just ask some of the cops what we shot him with.
Is the cops the only people you're against, or is
Like I said, we're fighting 5 clubs. 6
racing or
kings. Some
like
little fools. Well, let's do that. Some Rudy Poo. Little chumps. We're fighting.
Do you think they're as bad as they say they're?
The only thing that's bad about them is their bread. Them dudes are fools. Ambrose and 2 Six Nation is gonna be getting down on them this year.
That's right.
Have you ever heard of the Kents?
Yeah.
Oh man, we fought them dudes. They came by our hood a couple days ago. We started fighting them.
A gun or something?
Y'all used to be whipping out guns on dudes. I'll tell you, girl, I don't care if it's an 8-year-old little kid whips out a gun on me, I'm gonna shoot the little bastard. That's straight up.
You would?
Got that?
In New York, we're getting through here.
Your sister got a gun pointed at that.
Oh, my little sister ain't gonna do nothing like that.
That's a lot of people say about their,
Hey, like
Thanks.
What gang are you in?
I'm not in one.
What gang were you in? What's your name?
John Rambo.
Can you tell me an experience you might have had with a gang?
Yes, I was in one last year. I just recently quit because I got shot. And I didn't really think I had to really fight for the name. I was fighting for the territory. And most people join gangs because they're either forced into it or they just do it out of ignorance and shit. And so the reason why I joined it is because they were my friends. That was my neighborhood, and not more or less for protection, because I didn't really need protection.
Why were you shot?
Well, one of the reasons because I was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and I was with my fellow gang members.
When you got shot, what did you think about that gang after that? What was your opinion of
Well,
it?
I didn't cut them down or nothing. I still go around there, once in a real great while, and I still, I converse with them like I would any other friend, because I don't treat them less, You know what I'm trying to say? I don't treat them, because I don't say I got shot because of them, but it wasn't their fault that I got shot.
Do you feel safe now walking down the street ever since you've been shot?
Yes, I do.
Do you think that can happen again?
Well, it can happen to anybody, Just, it happens to a lot of innocent bystanders, a lot of people. It happens because you're at the wrong place at the wrong time, Because there's a lot of crazy people out here in Chicago and New York City and all the big cities. And, anything can happen to anybody.
If you got shot again, let's say, they tried it, how would you feel then? I mean, it must have been painful when you got shot, and it must have really hurt it.
After a while, it did. You know, when you first get shot, you don't really feel nothing, but after a while, it hurts a lot. But well, there's nothing I can do because I can't blame the club. I can't blame the club for the reason why I got shot. You know, I can't answer the question.
Did you blame yourself?
No, I didn't blame nobody. I blamed the person who did it. I didn't blame myself because, like I said, I was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
What do you think about kids joining gangs now?
I think it's stupid. It's ignorant of their older brothers and their older relatives just to let them slide by and do that. And they have ways to stop to stop their little brothers or relatives or whatever they are. Just try to convince them whether they want to. They can't make them, but whether they want to go their own way or go in the club's name, that's up to them.
Do you have a brother or sister?
Yes, I do. I have a brother. Both.
Are they younger than you are?
One of them is. My other brother's older than me.
What did you feel like when you joined a gang? Did you wish that there was somebody who would say to you, "Don't"? Now that
No,
you got shot.
because there was somebody, and I just went along and did it. There was somebody. There was quite a few people who told me, and I thought about it for a while. And I when you join a gang, you gotta expect to, get whatever's coming to you. Either you get beat up or shot, or they do. It's a dog eat dog world in a gang.
What do you think about other guys now? They think they're in gangs. They think they're bad. Do you think that that's just a way to put up a front, or do you think they're just afraid? They're not as tough as
Well,
they.
most gang members try not to show their fear, and they put up a front to make it look good, to make it look that they're not afraid and that. Well,
Would you advise anybody else to join a gang?
I would advise them not to. But like I said, you can't convince nobody. None. Whatever's running through their head is up to them.
Thank you.
Sure.
Why do gangs fight other gangs?
I think they fight because of a name and a turf. I'm sure they do it.
When they do that, do you think they like that's something really proud than their lives? I mean, like they fight for a sweater, and then all of a sudden, they get shot for it. They lose their lives for that sweater. I mean, what's more precious to them, their lives or their sweater?
To them, see, at the moment they ain't thinking about their lives. They're thinking about colors, the sweater, and the gang name. And they don't think about their lives. They don't really sit down. Think, well, what am I going to do this for the future? Or what am I going to do for the future? Just be in the club and risk the chance of getting shot or maybe even killed. And they don't think like that until the time comes when they do get shot or close to dying. Then that's when they think, and it's sort of too late.
And when you got shot, how did your parents feel? I mean, that must have really hurt it.
They hurt it. It hurt them a whole lot. But like, what can we do? It it hurted them and it hurted me. It hurted me both in my womb and my heart to see my parents like that. It hurts me to see my parents like that, to cry over me because of something I've done because I was ignorant.
Do you think that other guys in gangs see what you saw after you got shot? I mean, I'm sure a lot of them got hurt.
Yeah, but see, they just go right back to it. Like me, I still hang around, with my old friends and that, but I don't go back and gangbang. I go and party because right now all I do is I hang around with a bunch of friends and I party. That's all I want to do. I want to stay as far away from gangs. I know a lot of people in gangs. I party with them, but I don't go representing or nothing like that.
Good. Try to focus mainly on
What gang are you in, and how long have you been in it?
Well, the gang I'm in is the two Rome boys, and I've been in it for at least 4 years.
What activities do you do in this gang?
Well, we kind of, party and stuff and just mess around.
Um, so what do your parents say about this?
Well, my parents don't like it so much, but ain't nothing they can really do. You know, they can't strap me down to a sink or nothing, so they just let me do what I want to do.
Do you are you in a gang just because you want to be one of the guys, or are you just like forced into this?
Nah, I figure, you know, if anybody should be in a gang, they should be in by themselves and not forced by anybody.
Do you feel safe walking down the street in another gang's neighborhood or with your sweater?
Yes, I do because, well, with my sweater, I ain't, you know, so much protected, but by myself, I feel that anywhere I can walk in, anybody else can walk in.
Do you fight with the other gangs?
Sometimes, sometimes not, you know, because there's either what they call wars or other things, you know, and I have never been in an incident where there has been a war and, you know,
Um, why do you think gangs fight anyway?
well, most because either their colors or their territory or they just don't like their names, you know. I feel that's a big difference because the colors, man. Because other gangs don't like other gangs' colors because they feel like they have to fight against them just to win over their territory or colors, you know.
Do you think there's any like let's say personal reasons?
Nah, I have no personal reasons towards gangs.
What do you think about little kids in gangs?
I think little kids should be, well, not taught, but just as little guys in gangs should be just brought up the right way and they should make their own decisions about the gangs like I have.
Were you in a gang when you were like let's say 10, 9?
No, I wasn't in the gang by that age.
Did you have any idea what gangs were about?
No, I haven't.
What would you do if someone in your gang got hurt or killed, or let's say a brother or you know a best friend?
Well, first, I would feel aggravated and I would try to get revenge. And I don't know, I think about it for a little while and I still try to get revenge because that's the type of person I am.
So I see. Would you advise anybody to join your gang or any other gang?
Well, I have advised people to join my gang before, but now I don't think I would advise anybody to join the gangs. If they would want to join a gang, it would be on their own, not by me.
Could you tell me an experience you had with another gang?
Yes, I have an experience with some other gang that I would not rather mention, but it was kind of like awkward, you know, because we were friends at one time, and next thing I know, we were fighting against each other, and that's kind of wrong, you know, because I don't think friends should fight against each other, especially their own generation, you know, their own people shouldn't fight against each other. I suppose if another gang's gonna fight another people, that they should fight against some other race and not their own race.
Um, did you have any other let's say family and other gangs that you had fights with?
No, I haven't, but I do have other family and relatives in all the gangs.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Plus, we get shots that way. Shoot.
Good job.
All you have to do is shoot and leave it there. Is there two red buttons, two buttons on? Is it
There's
on?
only this button. Put the
I know,
Let me
because he
see.
hasn't pushed the button. You haven't pushed the button yet, babe.
So you could do that. You could
It's on,
do
son.
that in your
Wait a minute.
I got the fucking car, man.
Hey, are you guys
That's
ready?
okay, don't worry about the cars.
Did you shoot it already?
That's enough, ain't it?
It was on your car.
That's enough, ain't it?
It's going right now.
Is the two lights? Is the light on?
Yeah.
Both of them?
This will take
Okay.
The tape,
All right.
Okay, now you can turn it off. We don't need that.
Put it on.
Because the guy's
You're not gonna be
under.
able to
Oh,
get
with
it.
that high note? Oh,
Plus it's in the way. Just put his, okay. Just
You
go
might
straight
be
through.
right. Before that, the Wilbur
Sure, you know,
Longhorn
the
in Pleasure
buildings
Island,
and stuff.
1252 in the Windy City.
It's your neighborhood.
And here is Ed Curran
The line.
with the latest information update.
Yes, Miguel.
Good afternoon. It's 1:53 at WGCI. I'm Ed Curran. The governor's
Okay, now right
consumer
here you can get
affairs
a
man
shot of the
slapped
park.
Commonwealth Edison. Details of this report and more after this.
Okay, now get a shot of the park.
You're going to really feel good after your
Get a
ears
nice
check
big
out
launch
Gene
pad.
Dunlap's new album on Capitol entitled
Yeah, okay. Okay, now, go ahead.
I'm sure you'll like all the cuts on the album, but pay particular attention to
Trying to get some people possible. Hey, does the radio
Nice, huh?
wouldn't come out on that, would it? Malia?
And right
No.
now, just the way
No?
I feel by Gene Dunlap
little
is
bit,
on sale
maybe.
at both
'Cause it's got a
Rose
mic on the
Records
camera.
downtown locations and on 5 Sounds Good records and tape locations for just $4.99. That's for
You
LP
can shut
or
it close
tape.
up.
Get that car.
Zoom it into the cop and then shut it off.
Rose Records and Sounds Good records. Where
The car's
excellence
probably
has
thinking
become
it's
their
shut
standard.
Checkups and all kinds of junk.
This is good, honey.
It's all bumpy.
No, but it's... Okay, stop. Go ahead.
Come on, this one.
Okay, stop it. Right there. I'm shooting. You want to take this? I'm doing it. Oh, this is a good shot of the neighborhood. You know, like. Check out. Yeah. I just bring it up. I just bring it up. Ah.
Want to see some action?
Yeah, see.
good light in it too.
Yeah, is
coming
your
this
light
way?
good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Serious. That's why I didn't come here. Because they were gonna do that. I told you I had to run home. They just go after you, and if you don't even listen to them when they're saying whistling or something like that, they'll run after you.
Orange up there to the left.
You never been to this school? Are you crazy? Shit, I went here for 2 days.
Okay,
man,
turn it
and
off
that's
and then we'll get the big crown up there to get the top.
The girls don't listen to you. I'll talk king.
Nah, it's all right. Take a long shot of that. Okay. Keep the crown. Hold it on there for a while. Take different shots. They gonna be in the music board.
Oh, it's a little.
Fun too, man. Move a little bit. It's a movie too. It's not a picture.
These gangbangers are really something else, you know?
Does that record what we're saying? Yeah. Say something, man. You move around. What do these all be about? Beat your chest. What love is it? Got a lot of power left too. Get a picture of that joint. Get a close up on that joint. Who's talking up?
Yeah, I got it.
Get real close up. It's okay.